everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. So time of recording, I'm actually recording this on Wednesday on my lunch break. I'm not sure when this video is going to get out, but it's probably going to be much later in the evening. But that's okay, because everything we're going to be talking about today happens tomorrow. Well, most of what we're going to be talking about today happens tomorrow. And sitting down on camera, I just realized, man, my hair's getting long. Anyhow, what we are going to be talking about is a bunch of stuff that is going off this weekend. Obviously, there is Comic-Con, which we will talk a little bit about towards the end. Comic-Con's not really my thing. There are people that are actually going to be there that'll be able to tell you much more about it than I can. But what we are going to talk about is the Walmart Collectors Con that starts tomorrow and the Mattel Fandom that starts tomorrow too, with a bunch of exclusives on the Mattel Creations website. First of all, the Collector Con starts tomorrow. I will leave a link to everything we're talking about down below, so there will be a link to the Collector Con landing page in the description below. You can get some peeks at some stuff that is going up tomorrow if you haven't already taken a look at it. The Collectors Con starts, I believe, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Time. So at 10 a.m. Eastern Time is when a lot of these items will be up for pre-order. And I'm not going to touch on everything, but I am going to touch on some stuff that I know I care about, and maybe you will care about as well. The first thing we're going to talk about is the NECA Toys Dungeons & Dragons Vintage 2-pack. We get, who is this? It is the 2-pack with the last two figures that we were supposed to get from the vintage line of the D&D figures that we are getting. Elkhorn and I forget what, the Zarak. Elkhorn and Zarak are coming in a 2-pack. Now here's the thing. They're calling it a 2-pack, but it looks like each one of them may have individual packaging. So I'm not sure if it's actually a 2-pack, like the box is going to be a 2-pack, or if they're just selling them as a 2-pack, because these of course are coming on those vintage retro cards like Warduke and Strongheart did. So these are the ones that have the much more muted colors. They have those old LJN colors to them, like the original 3 3/4 figures have. That will go up for pre-order. That is being listed as a Walmart Collectors Con exclusive. Pre-order on 7/25. Oh, it's 7 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And the price on that is $60, $59.98 for two NECA figures that are both short. But I'm curious to see how many accessories they come with, because if you remember, Elkhorn is loaded out. As a matter of fact, I still have a boxed Elkhorn that we need to take a look at. Something else that we have going up from NECA is, and this is kind of wild, I seem to remember this from a movie. It is Commando Elvira. And she comes with a rocket launcher, she comes with a Rambo-style headband, interchangeable faceplates, and there's going to be an autograph card with it. So I guess Elvira is autographing some of them as well, or at least a card that will be in the box. There is no picture on the website of the autograph card. It just says that she is coming with one. And once again, Walmart Collectors Con exclusive, $80 for that one, $79.99. They've really been going all in on Elvira lately, it seems. And this one, like I said, is kind of wild. I remember this from a movie. I forget what the name of the movie was. I think it was her only movie, to be honest. What else do we have for NECA? Oh, and this one, I think, is going to be very popular. Also from NECA Toys, another 2-pack. TMNT Mirage, we have the Triceraton Gladiator and the Kevin Eastman Blue Renette bundle. Now, we've had the red Renette before, and I don't think we've gotten the blue one yet, so I think this is a new offering. Remember, I don't collect that much TMNT, and I'm definitely not up with the NECA line, but I thought this was something that you all might be interested in, because there are a lot of TMNT collectors out there, especially with the NECA figures. And I know the Blue Renette is one that people have been waiting for. Now, once again, it says a 2-pack. It's a bundle deal. But if you look at the landing pages, you can see they do come individually boxed. So they're selling them as 2, but it's not going to be in a 2-pack box, it looks like. It looks like they're each going to be in their own box when you get them. So that is going up, once again, Walmart Collector Con exclusive, it says. $90 for that one, $89.99. So I don't collect, like I said, I don't collect the TMNT figures. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I know there may be there may be a few people upset about that because they just want Renette and they don't want to have to buy the Triceraton. That's what we're going to have tomorrow. And I think that is really all I want to talk about from NECA tomorrow. The next thing we're going to talk about is there is some Mattel goodness going up, and we will start with Street Sharks. That there is the wave 2 of Street Sharks going up tomorrow. And hold on, let me pull one up here real fast. This is Slamu, and these are all $24.99. They all say Collector's Con exclusives, just like all those NECA toys that we looked at, all said Collector's Con exclusives. But I believe the Street Sharks are just like Walmart first dibs type thing. I believe that's what's happening, that you'll be able to get these later at other vendors, if not maybe Mattel Creations website. So we have Slamu, we have Streaks, which is the one with the rollerblades. So 90s. Look at the paint job on this guy. And then for the bad guy, we have, who is that? Dr. Paranoid. Or no, Dr. Paranoid. Sorry about that. So those 3 will be going up tomorrow as well. We also have, and these are the ones that I think are going to go pretty quick. There's some Motu stuff going up. And we have the Turtles of Grayskull Leatherhead action figure right here, $24.86, $25 basically. That I know the Turtles of Grayskull has been doing very well, and Leatherhead looks pretty cool. He looks good in the 5.5-inch scale, in the Masters of the Universe scale, you know, being the big crocodile, having that broad chest. He looks good like that. I'm surprised they didn't put more Whiplash in there. Maybe the tail is supposed to be reminiscent of Whiplash. And I like the gold bracers that he has, the gold wristbands. Could probably fit him in with like the Snake Men, maybe. Then we also have, speaking of the Snake Men, we also have Necroconda is going up. And I know Necroconda has been released other places. I believe he might be sold out in most places now. But he's going to get a reissue, basically, at the Collector Con tomorrow. Now, all of these things say pre-order on all of the tags. You can check it out on the Walmart website. All of them say pre-order, but it looks like some of these may actually be just like available for sale. Because I think last year that happened with NECA, that like their D&D figures that they had, once the Collector Con started, you weren't pre-ordering them, you were buying them. I wouldn't be surprised, like I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Necroconda right here is one that you'd be able to purchase, since he has been available and he's obviously out there. And then the last thing we have for Motu is, and I know there's been some excitement around this one, the Masters of the Universe Origins action figure Horde Trooper Prime Motu toy and hover robot. $24.97, $25 for this. For the red Horde Trooper, the translucent weapons, the robot, the hovering robot, the robot on flight stand, the interchangeable arm that he has, the cape, the cloth goods cape. For $25, that's a great, I honestly think that's like a great deal right there. That's why I think like that one, if there's going to be anything in the Motu line that's going to go fast, I think it's going to be this guy. Because for $25, like that's the regular price of like a Motu figure, isn't it? Of an Origins figure. That like for $25, you could buy a couple of those and rebuild and like army build them. It doesn't say if there is a limit on them of how many you'll be allowed to purchase at a time. I'm guessing the limit will be, if there is a limit, will be revealed tomorrow once they go up for sale. But that guy looks cool. I was never a big fan of the Horde Troopers, but in the red and the black with the translucent weapons, that looks pretty cool. So that's what we have for Mattel. And something else. Oh, wait, there was one more thing for NECA. I apologize. It is another 2-pack. Okay, and it's going to be right here. Okay, this is the Mirage sketch version of the Shredder and Foot Soldier. This is another 2-pack. You can see it's just like the sketch version of them, which is kind of cool because the first time we saw Shredder and the Foot Clan, it was in the Mirage comics that were just black and white. You know, sketch, they were just black and white comics at the time. Another 2-pack and another one with an $80 price tag, $79.99. So that is officially all we have now for NECA. Sorry about that. I forgot about that one. Now, also for Hasbro, let's jump into that. There's really only a couple things we're going to be talking about for Hasbro. Because honestly, there's only a couple of things that I really care about for Hasbro, and 2 of them, it's just like on the fringe of caring. For the Marvel Legends series, we have Venom on his card back, and I know there have been people chomping at the bit for this classic, like almost McFarlane-esque Venom looking figure. This honestly is my favorite version of Venom. Like with the big mouth open and the tongue flailing out, like that's cool and everything. And he does come with that head, as you can see right there. But I really like this like original look with Venom, with the spider logo on it, the white designs on the back where the webs come out from. I think this is just a really cool looking Venom. And then the other one we have for Marvel Legends is, of course, the Professor X in his Warlord gear. And I was reading X-Men at the time. I honestly don't remember this story arc. Like, I can picture it in my head. I remember he was with Lilandra, but I don't remember anything about this arc. But both of these figures are going to be on a retro card, and they're going to be $25 each, $24.97. And then the last one that we're going to talk about for the Collector's Con, the one that I care about, the one that I've even kind of talked about a little bit already, is, of course, my Night Force. The G.I. Joe Classified Series Night Force 2-pack, Falcon and Quiver. And that is going to be $54.97, $55 for that 2-pack. You better believe I'm picking that one up. I believe the Hasbro items, will have limited quantities available on the Hasbro Pulse website. They often do for these events. And usually they last for like maybe an hour on Pulse, and then you would get them from Walmart. Now, there's going to be a lot of reuse with this. You can see that Quiver is basically a reuse of Scarlet with some Steel Brigade and Shooter armor, a new face sculpt, but pretty much all of Scarlet's gear. Falcon, obviously, is a lot of reuse. New head sculpt, a much needed new head sculpt. So you could even swap that out with your regular Falcon if you wanted to, and then just put the Steel Brigade helmet on the Night Force Falcon and have him be somebody else. Because both of them are part of the Steel Brigade, apparently, because they both come with the helmets. I don't think the helmets are like the, well, I have it right here. I don't think the helmets are like the Night Force Shockwave helmet, where it's a helmet that you can actually slip onto the figure. I think those are repaints of the Steel Brigade 2-pack figures, where instead of putting the helmet on the head, you just pop the head off and you pop and swap, and then would just put the helmeted head on there. Those helmets look way too small to fit over those head sculpts right there. But then Falcon also comes with his standard backpack, his standard gear. Of course, they come with the night goggles. He has a shotgun. They also have the saw that I think came with the Viper No, they came with the Range Vipers, I think. I think that's the saw that came with the Range Viper, and the grenade launcher that came with the Range Viper. So a lot of reuse here. It's a really good con exclusive because I could see some people not, being that thrilled about it. It seems like the enthusiasm for the sublines has started to wane a little bit, except for things like the Tiger Paw, apparently. But it's my Night Force. I'm going to be getting one, and it's going to be cool to have a Falcon with a good face sculpt, and it's going to be good because Lieutenant Falcon, Night Force is finally going to have like an officer in charge. So I'm excited about that. So that is the Walmart Collectors Con. And there is a lot more to take a look at. And I was not going to go over everything involved there. I just wanted to hit some of the big threes. And you can go to the Walmart Collectors Con landing page, take a look at some stuff that they have. There's a lot of plushies there. There's a lot of like little people things there. There is some Transformers. There is some wrestling figures, and there is some Star Wars. Just nothing that I really wanted to get into because I don't know those brands nearly as much as I do some of these other ones. Now, what else is going off tomorrow is the Mattel Fandom, where there are a lot of Mattel Creations website exclusives that are going up for pre-order. And there's actually a countdown clock going on right now, but they will be launching at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So I believe that's 12 Eastern time. So there's actually some component pieces to go along with the stuff that is going up for pre-order on the Walmart Collectors Con. The first one we're going to talk about is this, the Street Sharks Ripster, a Shark Among Us figure. And this is kind of cool. He is, it's Ripster, obviously, with some new clothing, some new accessories, but the box also becomes like a diorama piece where he's basically just hanging out in a pool hall. He has a leather jacket on, he has his shades, he has a pool cue, he has a flame effect that you can put on the end of that pool cue, and then when you open him up and take him out of the box, he has that pool hall look that you can just sort of pose him in the pool hall shooting pool. It looks really cool. That is going up for pre-order. That is a Mattel Creations exclusive, and it is going to have a $40 price point, or $40 price tag on it. The other item that I think will be going very quickly, once again, goes up tomorrow. Time of recording, July 25th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 Eastern time. The Masters of the Universe Origins 2-Bad multi-pack. We've seen some YouTube channels actually getting their hands on this early to do the review videos. Pixel Dan just did one. This is the one where you have 2-Bad split into his two component people, creatures, beings, Tuvar and Badra. And then you also have the pieces that you can combine them to make 2-Bad. And it comes with a mirror, I guess. I don't know what that is from. I know it's from the cartoon. I don't know the episode, to be completely honest. But from what I've seen, that's the only accessory that 2-Bad comes with. He doesn't come with any weapons. He doesn't even come with his iconic shield. It's just 2-Bad with all of the parts to pop and swap to make him, either 2-Bad or his two separate figures and the mirror, and that's it. And that is also going up tomorrow, and that is going to have a $50 price tag on it. And once again, the box kind of makes like a display piece that you could leave it in the box, display it that way. I think it's kind of a rip that he doesn't even at least have his iconic shield that he comes with. They could have given him some weapons, but it is what it is at this point. And I have a feeling this one may go fast. I know there's been a lot of people that have been waiting on this one ever since it was announced, especially since you can split him up. Because I think this is the first time in Masters of the Universe that they've split up Badra and Tuvar, I think his names are. So I think that's kind of cool. That's the first time for this figure, I think he's going to go pretty quick. And I didn't talk about anything Star Wars when we were looking at the Collector's Con, but I kind of wanted to just draw attention to this because I think this looks really slick. This is the Hot Wheels Star Wars Starships Select Royal Naboo Starfighter, or Starship. Basically, this is Padme's ship from The Phantom Menace. And while I was not a big fan of that movie, I thought the vehicles in it, especially the Naboo ships, looked really cool. I really liked this thing. And I think it looks slick. It looks like it has a nice metallic shine to it. If you collect these things, this might be something that you want to pick up. And that is going up for pre-order once again tomorrow, July 25th, time of recording, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 Eastern time, and it is going to have a $30 price tag on it. Now that is almost all we have to take a look at. There is one more thing that is happening actually tonight, time of recording, July 24th, that Super 7 is doing their pop-up at Comic-Con. They're starting tonight, and that is going up at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so that will be 10 p.m. Eastern time here. And they're going to start doing pre-orders, and it looks like tonight they're starting with Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if they're doing anything else other than Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just going to say that right now, because the email that I got from Super 7 focused on D&D, because that's kind of what I said my interest was. So I know that the glow-in-the-dark D&D reaction figures are going up for pre-order. I know that the one that I'm interested in, the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon Ultimates figure of the transparent or translucent Sheila, is going up for pre-order, which that's the one I'm definitely going to be jumping on, because I'm really excited that they're doing the D&D figures, especially the cartoon figures. So I'm definitely going to be grabbing this. And then the big one, both figuratively and literally, is Tiamat. This big Horkin vinyl dragon. No word on how much that's going to be. The Ultimates figures are typically $55. This being a con exclusive and a translucent figure, I'm betting Sheila is going to be $65. But Tiamat here, a big vinyl dragon. Yeah. I've seen rumblings online that there are people who are more familiar with the Super 7 price points than I am that have been saying this is probably going to be a $300 piece. Hey everybody, Mac here from the future. Actually, as I was doing the editing on this, Tiamat and Vecna, who was a figure that I had missed, is actually already up for pre-order. They went up for pre-order early on the Super 7 website. Still no Sheila time of recording this. But Vecna, the Ultimates Vecna, is up for pre-order. That is $55. And Tiamat is up for pre-order, and Tiamat is $300. I will put links to both of those in the description below. It looks like Sheila may not go up until she's available at San Diego Comic-Con. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Like, I really want Tiamat, but I don't know if I'm gonna shell out $300 for it. We'll have to wait and see, because, yeah, she looks really cool, and it would be really cool to have her to line up with the animated figures, but that's a big footprint. It's going to be a vinyl figure. There's not going to be a whole lot of articulation, and that's fine, because something this big, a dragon, you just want to be there to menace. But for $300 for something that I don't even know if I have the shelf space for, to be completely honest with you, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how much it is when that goes off. And like I said, I believe those are going up tonight, time of recording, July 24th. As I said, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And that is all I have to talk to you about today. I know I went pretty quickly through some things, and I apologize for that. Like I said, I'm recording this on my lunch break. So I have to get this recorded and then start editing to try and get this out by a reasonable time this evening. Now, tomorrow, Hasbro will be hitting the floor, and they will be doing their stuff at, like, I think in the evening over on the West Coast in California. But I believe they are putting up a video sometime tomorrow during the day, Eastern time. I think it's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's going to be a fan stream of the G.I. Joe HasLab. It's no surprise. We know it's going to be the Rattler. But I was thinking about this. What if it's 3 3/4 to go with the Sky Striker? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying I have any predictions. But the more I started thinking about it, the more I started thinking, my Sky Striker is kind of lonely. It would be kind of cool to have a new Rattler. Whoops. It would be kind of cool to have a new Rattler to go along with it. So I am curious to see if it's going to be classified or if it's going to be the 3 3/4. Because they're still making the 3 3/4 vehicles. At least they are in the sense of the Transformers and G.I. Joe mashups, which we're probably going to see the Cup Triple T Sergeant Slaughter set come out this weekend, if not tomorrow as well. So yeah, I'm curious to see if it's going to be a classified Rattler or if it's going to be the O-Ring, the 3 3/4 Rattler. Especially since there's been this resurgence with the O-Ring, since Super 7 is going to be taking over the O-Ring figures. Something like this might be used to build up the excitement to give Super 7 a little bit of a leg up once they start putting those out. I don't know. I'm going to be curious to see. But you can bet that once we see the video and we see what's going on, I'm going to have stuff to say about it, so you'll probably see me again tomorrow night. Hello, before you click away, please remember to do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you already did subscribe, big thanks to you. If you like the show and you want to help the channel grow, please consider becoming a YouTube member or a monthly coffee subscriber, where for $1 a month, you can get access to member benefits, such as the monthly members exclusive video. This month, it is the Fig 016 scale Cobra Commander. So until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.